Never fast draw, fan, spin cock, try and do a triple shot, anything with live ammo. I'm a professional. Well, not really, but I am a legend in my own mind, so I can do it. All right, so I got asked the other day in the comments, they had seen my dual spin cocking video with the Rossi R92 and the Mare's Leg. Um, which one I preferred, which one I like better. I guess they were trying to choose between the two. The Rossi R92 is an amazing rifle. Love it. I mean, probably my favorite of my lever action guns. The reason why I like the Mare's Leg so much is not because it's more accurate. I mean, obviously with the stock and with the longer barrel, the Rossi R92 is going to be way more accurate. Reliability, they're both the same. This actually holds 10 rounds in the tube, 1 in the chamber, where the Mare's Leg holds 5 in the tube, 1 in the chamber. But the reason why I prefer the Mare's Leg is strictly because I live in Michigan, and in Michigan I can carry this because this is a pistol and it's registered as a pistol, legally loaded in my truck. You know, I can stick it if I'm driving. I can stick it in the door panel down there and drive around with it. I can stick it underneath the armrest of the seat or the center console and all that. Even though I have a concealed pistol license in Michigan, this has to be unloaded. The ammunition has to be separate from it. Cannot carry this loaded, period. That's the same reason why I like AR pistols. An AR pistol is the in-between to me of a semi-automatic pistol and a full-length rifle. It gives you a little more range. 5.56 obviously at 200 yards is going to do way more damage than 9mm or 45 ACP, all that. 10.5 inch barreled AR will reach out. I can hit 200 yards, you know, like this all day long. I can't necessarily do that with I can't do that with any handgun I own, period. So it's kind of to me, the AR pistols, the Mare's Legs, stuff like that, they fill a niche for people that live in a state like I live, where you can't have a full-length rifle. You can't drive around with a full-length rifle in your vehicle loaded and all that. So that's why I prefer the Mare's Leg. Plus, you guys have seen the spin cocking videos. I love to play around with the old Western guns. I've had people actually give me crap in the comments because I carry a single action Army or an open top, or this is my truck gun. And you know, I used to carry ARs and stuff like that, and I don't have an issue with carrying them. I'd probably carry them, but over the last year I have done so much shooting with this and this Rossi R92 for spin cocking and that, and with the single action Army and that I'm just more comfortable with these at this point. I mean, I've shot hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of rounds through these and through my single action Armies and that, doing the triple shot, stuff like that. So I haven't been shooting the ARs and stuff like that as much. I'm just because I've been shooting these so much, that this has become second nature. It's comfortable. It's what I've trained with. Um, I just feel more comfortable right now because this is what I'm shooting, and that's why I carry them. And plus, the number one reason why I prefer this over the R92 rifle, it's my truck gun 90% of the time now, and that is, it's just because I like it, because I think it's cool. I'm not saying it's more practical. I'm not saying any of that. The number one thing that people ask me about this gun when they see videos of it is it practical? Because of Michigan law, and you can't carry a loaded rifle in the truck, because a rifle is always going to be better than a pistol, in my opinion. And this is just my opinion. But because of the laws, it makes this very, very practical, or an AR pistol, or an AK pistol, or whatever you choose, practical. People say AR pistols aren't practical, carry an AR rifle. And that's fine. If you live in a state where you can do that, then by all means, I would carry a rifle over this or over a pistol any day of the week. It's just I live in a state where my state has forced me to go this route so I can still have a longer range with this. For me, about 100 yards is literally as far as I can push this. I'm sure there's other people that can push it, and we're not talking 1-inch groups at 100 yards or nothing else. I'm talking at 100 yards I can keep it like this. That's gonna take out the chest, or even for the most part a headshot at 100 yards. So that's why this. The other thing that people, they give me crap about is, well, this only holds 6 rounds. It's basically like a revolver. Well, that's fine and dandy. Jack Wilson, I believe is his name, the guy that shot the gunman in the church. How many rounds did he fire? If I'm mistaken, it was only 1. Elijah Dickens, even though he had a Glock, how many rounds did he fire? Or even Kyle Rittenhouse in that situation, how many rounds did he fire? I have no illusions. I'm not going into combat with this. This is strictly self-defense. I shouldn't need more ammo than this. If I do, there's another dozen rounds in the center console, but for different situations that I've looked at, and that's why I carry a little J-frame revolver 357 Magnum for everyday carry, what I carry on my person. I have found that in self-defense situations that I'm only going to need 1 or 2, possibly 3 rounds. I mean, I don't want to carry the extra weight, the extra size. That little J-frame, it's so light. It holds 5 rounds that I'm comfortable all day, no matter how hot it is, no matter what kind of clothing I'm wearing. It's easy to conceal, and it just works for me. Like I said, again, I am not trying to change anybody's mind and tell you that a revolver, everybody should carry a revolver. You should carry what you shoot, what you train with, what you're comfortable with. Because of my videos and the type of content I do on my channel, I shoot this in extremely lot. This is what I'm the most comfortable with right now. I just enjoy doing the cowboy stuff. I enjoy shooting the cowboy guns. I can go out and shoot that all day, and I shoot way less ammo than I do with 5.56, 9mm, 45, 7.62 by 39. This ammo doesn't cost me a whole lot to shoot this gun because I reload it. I'm very fortunate that a subscriber and very good friend of mine, I mean, I have not bought a bullet. I've had to buy some brass here and there, and I've had to buy primers, and I've had to buy powder, but I have not had to buy a lead bullet in well over a year. All the shooting videos you see of me shooting the triple shot or any single action or any of my lever actions, they're all 45 Colt caliber. The only reason I'm able to shoot them is because it's not that expensive. Good friend of mine, Cast Bullets, sends them to me uh, whenever I need them. So I'm able to shoot my 45 Colts pretty much as I want to, train as much as I want to. I get to have fun. I like doing the cowboy stuff. I mean, it's just, for me, it's fun. It's what I enjoy. So, if, you know, if I had to choose one or the other, this or the mare's leg, strictly because of the state that I live in and because of the laws about carrying a loaded rifle or a loaded pistol, with my CPL and carry a loaded pistol, I would buy this mare's leg all over again, 100 times over. I would. For me, it's more practical than this rifle is, because this rifle, I can't just throw it in the truck loaded and carry it around. Matter of fact, I like the mare's leg so much, but I prefer this Winchester style action where the shells kick out the top and that. It's more like Steve McQueen's was in when he was the bounty hunter and wanted dead or alive. So I'm gonna eventually at some point pay the $200 extortion fee, chop this barrel off to probably 10 inches, chop the stock off, and build me a mare's leg, or get another stock to chop off so that I can switch out between, and even maybe make like a butterfly type bolt. Just make the bolt myself so that I can screw this out real fast and swap from the stock to the pistol grip super fast. I love that mare's leg. Out of the box, it was the smoothest lever action I've ever picked up. The gun's worth every penny that I paid for it and more. But because the frame is brass, the frame's a lot thicker than this, so it makes it heavier. I extended the wood to give it this length of wood, trying to make this look more like something that it's not ever going to look like. I wanted it to look like Steve McQueen's off of Wanted Dead or Alive. And so I've come to the conclusion that I love that mare's leg. That is one of the guns that no matter what happens, I would never get rid of. But I'm going to build a Steve McQueen Wanted Dead or Alive out of this, so that I can, because this is, once this is chopped down, this will be a way lighter gun. Also, under Michigan law, I'll be able to then carry this loaded in the truck once it's, even though it's listed, it'll be, you know, an SBR. Under Michigan law, if it's under 26 inches, it has to be registered as a pistol. So as a pistol, I'll be able to carry this under my CPL legally, and I won't be able to take it out of state without permission from the ATF and that's fine. But this will be my truck gun. It'll be a mare's leg. I've talked to a couple people and they've asked, well, why don't you just buy the Rossi ranch hand? Used Rossi ranch hands are going for $1,500 to, I've seen them as high as $1,800, and that's used. I've seen a couple go for $1,000 and $1,200, but I got this gun so stupid cheap that even with the $200 extortion fee, I'll have less than half of, well, if I bought a ranch hand for a used one for $1,000, I'd have just a little over half of what that would cost me in this one. And these rifles are easy to find. I mean, I find them all the time on GunBroker and that. So for me, I can have a Rossi ranch hand for roughly around $700. I cannot buy one used anywhere for that. Good luck finding one. I have not found one anywhere around me. The only ones I have found were on GunBroker as far as used Rossi ranch hands. The mare's legs and the ranch hands, once in a while, the gun shop I go to will get one of these in, and it's already spoken for. There's people that put their name on a list for the next one that come in that wait a year or more to get one. Now that Rossi doesn't make the ranch hand anymore, there's no way I'm going to find one in Michigan unless I just happen to find somebody that a private individual has one that they want to get rid of it. So as far as if you live in a state where you can carry a rifle loaded in your truck, absolutely this is going to be better than any mare's leg out there. But if you're in a position for like me where you live in a state where you can't carry a loaded rifle, this is as close as you can get, and that's what makes these practical. Not saying they're better or anything else, but that's what makes them practical in my state. Hopefully that answers the questions, but like I said, I like the mare's legs so much. They're so fun to shoot. The cool factor, and then the fact that I can carry it loaded in my truck is why I prefer the mare's leg over this. If, like I said, if I could carry this loaded, drive around as a truck gun, I would absolutely prefer this over the mare's leg. So hopefully that answered anybody's questions that you had, and I'll get some more shooting videos out on these lever actions, and maybe do some more single action shooting here pretty soon. I've just been waiting to make sure that my eye's completely healed up and not going to have any more problems or nothing, so that's why I haven't been doing any shooting videos. There'll be an update hopefully here pretty soon on that 45-70 double barrel rifle. It's just such a time consuming project, and trying to find 2 or 3 hours to spend on it at a single time has been rough. So anyway, hope everybody has a great day, and see you on the flip side.